Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are with the man of Menghini Winery, Mike Menghini. Thanks for having us in, Mike.
You're welcome.
And I'm pronouncing your name correctly, right?
Yes, you are.
Very good. A very Italian name you have there.
Northern Italian.
Oh, Northern Italian. Okay, so having an Italian background, obviously wine, kind of a natural for you.
Absolutely. My grandfather used to make wine in Wyoming. Had to get grapes from California because there's no grapes growing in Wyoming.
Not a lot, no.
But, so I think I kind of took after him. When I was a kid, I used to make dandelion wine. My dad would let me make beer in the house. So I've always been interested in fermentation.
How old were you when you started making dandelion wine?
Oh, about 14.
A little underage, but what the heck?
Underage, yeah, what the heck.
Now, how much did you get involved with putting on this whole festival? Is it taking place on your property?
Well, what's interesting about our property, and we didn't know this when we bought it, the winery property is the only property in all of Julian big enough to hold events. So it's not just this one. It's we have the Grape Stomp, we have a blues bash. We have the Sons of the American Legion put on the dance, which is their biggest fundraiser. They're the ones that actually built the dance floor and the stage.
That's really a neat dance floor.
It is, yeah. So they've done a good job. So we still, when we do this, we still have to be under the umbrella of a nonprofit organization. In this particular case, it's the Merchants Association.
Any major event going on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we just have a nice place to do it.
And everybody likes the slower pace up here. They like to have the tourists come in, but they like the slower pace too.
Exactly. Yeah, we love the tourists. I mean, we can make a living because we do have tourists.
Exactly.
And 9 times out of 10, they're very, very nice people.
Tell me about some of the wines that we should look for from the Menghini Winery.
Well, we make a nice array of wines because we want anybody that comes in to have something that they like. So we have reds, whites. This year we're going to have a rosé.
Now you can only get this wine here in Julian, right?
Yeah. The restaurants, the liquor store, they handle my wine, and they do a very good job at it. They promote us.
Oh, good.
And we promote them too. So.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a good situation.
Now there is a heck of a crowd here today, but there was such a big force of volunteers out there too. So there's a lot of people pitching in, a lot of people in CERT jackets out there, directed traffic, working. And
right. They do a good job. Parking and security, and then Sons of the American Legion are out there doing security this year too. So yeah, we've got a lot of it. But the crowd's always been just wonderful up here. We've never had any problem.
Well, you couldn't ask to be a better place. We're at Volcan Valley Farms here in Julian, and I'm with the owner, Roger, here of Volcan Valley Farms. Thanks for joining us today, Roger.
My pleasure.
And what a beautiful setup you have here, my God.
It's a beautiful day in Julian, it's a beautiful day in the country, and people are out here, and especially the kids. This is what I love about this orchard. Kids come up and we have these apples right at their height. They can pick an apple, and I encourage them to eat the apple, and once they do, they realize, this is real different than something out of the supermarket.
Right. Now, how many different varieties do you have out here?
We have 7 varieties, of which today we have Empire, Golden Delicious, Fuji, and Pippin, which is our Granny Smith style.
Okay.
And we have, so those are the 4 that are available now. I tell you what, when we opened, the Gaylors are gone, the Gramercines are gone, the Jonathans are gone. People are really very happy about these apples. We're high enough up, we get enough freezing days. It's the right thing for, upstate New York is one thing for apples.
Sure.
When you come out to California, it's a little tough. and here we have the right environment, and they do very well.
Welcome in, everybody, and I'm with Cisco here, who is the falcon expert, and we have the bird boy of Julian here, Eli. Thanks for joining us today, Eli. Doing a great job. He's a natural.
He is indeed. Yeah, this is great. It's an opportunity for us to share with people, an opportunity to see these wonderful birds of prey up close. This is just something that I feel that people don't get enough of.
Now, this is more than just fun out here at the Julian Apple Festival. You do this as abatement for pests at the local wineries and orchards, right?
Yeah, we do. Absolutely. So what we're doing is we're using the natural instinct of these birds, and I should say the birds that they scare, because here's the deal. If you want to have nice grapes for wine. You want to have good apples for pie, whatever the case. You've got the migrating birds that want to come in. You're using a bird of prey which naturally, instinctively scares off the nuisance birds. So by using them at these vineyards, you're clearing the area. It's obviously very eco-friendly, and first and foremost, it is by far the most effective.
So it's a good money-making job. What a great career.
Well, you know what? Look, listen, everybody in life's got to work. I put so much time into this hobby. It's more of a way of life. So my wife really encouraged me and said, hey, you need to share this passion with people. I don't mind talking to people. In fact, I love to share my interests. So yes,
well,
you can make a living.
I was actually talking to your wife before we got here. She said this is for the birds.
Absolutely.
So
yes.
I don't know about the livestock. Okay.
Well, I somewhat got that. You know what? I think I still have the mentality of the birds here. But yeah, they absolutely, you know.
Oh, nice catch. Oh, and right back up.
Eli.
Nice
My
job,
man.
Eli.
Well done.
Pro, buddy, pro.
So
Very
yeah,
good.
this is a bird that just realizes that, hey, it flew off, it's not actually free flying, and we are going to do some flights in a bit.
Oh, good,
But
yes.
it wants to come back and be on that safe perch.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We're going to keep going until we get it right. I got to get really tight, really in there tight. This is awful. Awful I have to do this. I'm going to make the best of it.